Hey brother, it's Dan with Good Guys to Great Men again. Thanks again for watching today. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about commitment. And the reason I wanted to talk about commitment is because I see this being an issue in so many of the relationships that we talk to guys about. In fact, I'd often say that commitment is the number one problem in all of these relationships. And what I mean by that is whether there's been a break in commitment, whether there's been a lack of communication about commitment, whether you can't even ask for what it is you want the other person to commit to, these are all things that have a huge effect on how committed each of you is to creating the kind of relationship that you want to have. And this all again comes down to, what do you want, right? What do you want? Who are you? Are you able to be committed in the way that you want somebody else to be committed to you and to what you want and to what they want? If you're not, if you're dubious about it, if you're unsure, if you're sat there thinking, well, I'm waiting for her to show me before I show her. Why do I always have to lead? Why is it down to the man? Why can't the woman put in the effort? Well, if you want commitment from somebody else, first of all, you've got to be committed. And then if you do think you're committed, if you do think that you're fully in it and you want to give as much as you're going to get out of it, if not more, then you need to be able to ask for what it is that you want. You need to be able to ask for a commitment from the other person. And this is where a lot of us struggle, right? Being able to ask for what it is that you want. What happens normally is we'll ask for something, maybe some time together, maybe sex, maybe some connection in some way or another, maybe just to create a date plan, whatever it is, or a conversation. And there's some kind of pushback, some kind of pull away from the other person. And what happens normally is we just take that personally. We get upset. The other person, for some reason or other, isn't able to meet that commitment that we're asking for. And so we immediately take that inability to meet the commitment and make it mean something, take it personally. And the other person is going into some kind of defense, in some kind of questioning. And rather than us stay with them in that, we go into taking it personally. We go into interpreting it to mean something about her. It means something about her willingness to be in this relationship. It means something about our future. It means something about what she thinks about me. Really, what it means is that you're not committed to knowing who you are. You're not committed to knowing the value that you have to offer. You're not committed to knowing what it is that you want to have in your future from your relationship. 100%, no matter what, you're not committed to it. Because if you were, you'd be able to stand strong in that knowledge, in that value, in that self-confidence, ask for what you want, and not get upset when the other person reacts however they react, right? If you're able to, and this is a really great trick. It's not a trick actually, this is a really great tool. This is a really great ability. When you don't get upset, when you don't take things personally, when you've just asked, when you've just made a request to somebody to join you in a different level of relationship, committing to something more, something deeper, doing something that you might not have done before, or doing something that's different to where you are right now. When you don't take that personally, when you're able to stay in that moment with the other person and just point to their reaction. Maybe they crossed their arms, maybe they rolled their eyes, maybe they let out a sigh, maybe their body slumped a little bit. When you don't take that personally and say, oh well, that means she thinks this about me, or that means she doesn't want to be here, or whatever else. Don't take it personally and point to it and say, I just noticed that you seem like you are frustrated. You seem like you're upset. You seem like you're overwhelmed. You seem like you're tired. You seem like... I know that sounds like interpretation when you say it seems like, but really what you're pointing to is their reaction. If you can stay for 10 seconds, 15 seconds without backing away from what it is you've asked for, from what it is you want, stay consistent and point to how the other person is reacting, not with any interpretation, not with any this means something. Just point to it and say, why is that? What's going on with you? Find out what is going on with the other person. And if you do, well, this shows that one, you're not taking anything personally. 2, you're serious about what you want. 3, you want to know what's going on with her and how she's doing. Right? That's the most important thing that you want to understand. Because that's really what we do want, is just the context, the full understanding. And in that situation, you make a request, you get a reaction, you stay with the request, you stay interested, you stay engaged, you point to the reaction, and then don't carry on talking. Stop, shut up, be quiet. Wait until she responds again, and then deal with that response. Point to the response. Just stay in the moment, stay with what's really happening, and stay curious about what the emotional world is inside her. I've seen this change things dramatically. It's tense, right? Your intention to take things in a different direction creates tension. So can you stay in that tension, stay with her, stay in that really intimate moment, which it is. It can go any direction. And the only way you get to lead it where you want it to go is when you stay with it, when you stay committed to it. And then maybe she'll be able to commit to you, and then off you go. That's all I got for you today, brothers. Take care. See ya. Bye.